what I think. I'll tell you exactly what I do know. What I'm sick of is what parties do that they know is unnecessary. I'm also sick of what our kith and kindred do that enables the nonsense. They participate in the nonsense. They fund the nonsense and then cry and complain about what the effects of the nonsense do to them. Wars have been fought all across this planet. Unnecessary wars. Because of unnecessary nonsense. Told y'all. Coal was replaced by oil. Oil is being replaced by lithium, by magnets. Folks fought wars over oil. Oil has been unnecessary for over 100 Earth years. Almost 150 Earth years to be exact. The parties that control finances, the parties that invested in the oil industry, decide they need to keep oil around for as long as they possibly can. Lithium is the new oil. Lithium is unnecessary. The whole purpose for lithium and the whole purpose for rare earths is for the production of high heat resistant batteries, EVs. Absolutely, positively unnecessary. You can literally make high heat resistant magnets for EVs and anything else you want to use them for, simply using plentiful iron and nitrogen. That makes high heat resistant magnets for EVs with no rare earths. It is not hard. Parties do what they can to continue the nonsense. Coal, dangerous to those who did the mining, dangerous for the environment. Oil, dangerous for everyone in every step. Dangerous for the environment. And lots of blood has been shed. Wars have been fought over oil. It's been obsolete for over 100 Earth years. But folks don't want that known. The bankers and the oil tycoons do not want that known. Lithium. And folks thought that they went into Cushite Mountain Range West because of quote-unquote 9/11. No. Control of the poppy fields and the lithium. Cushite Mountain Range West is the Mamlaka al-Saud of lithium. They got their fill and they rolled out. So our kith and kindred in the Alkebu-lan and the Ab.Zu have been locked down and kept destitute for a long time. You have lots of oil finds everywhere. Keep telling folks that oil is not the flex that they think it is, not like it used to be. Because EVs, lithium, has changed the game. However, as I said, lithium is not necessary. It's way more toxic. The mining, horrific. The processing is the problem. The Franks and Gauls know how to do it. The Dutch know how to do it. The foreigners here know how to do it. It's not hard to do per se. Nobody wants to do it because it's exceedingly toxic It kills more folks than you can shake a stick at. Yet, everything in your domicile these days, everything in your abode these days, it has lithium in it. It's got rare earths in it. Rare earths are not the flex that they want folks to think that it is. You can literally use iron, which is plentiful and easy to process and nowhere near as toxic. And we can handle that. Our health minister is a genius. And then you have the nitrogen. Combine them, you have high heat resistant magnets. No need for the crazy. No need to build gigafactories to make these batteries. They do all this because of quote-unquote jobs, to keep their masses busy. Keep them from questioning what's going on. Keep them from fighting them. Making them sicker and shortening their lifespans in the process. This is what they do. Careless capitalism. And our folks have yet to figure out the most basic thing in their face. John D. Rockefeller Jr., that's the founder, the owner and operator, and his descendants now, of the privately owned and operated United Nations, that only prosecutes wars where there's oil or diamonds. They're oil barons. We're going to fight under UN resolution. They prosecute wars where there's oil, with the exception of the Cordio. Cordio was where they got to militarize the United Nations. From here on out, we will fight police actions, as they call them. But they will fight. They'll be armed and they'll fight. They'll bring signatories, onto the UN Charter to do the fighting. The privately owned and operated United Nations, with their subsidiaries, the World Bank and the World Health Organization. You know, the one that the Vax Baron uses to put shots in folks' arms of poison. Hold time out. You're telling me this guy, who he's a billionaire, but he's not a doctor, he's putting needles in folks' arms? Because our folks let them. Our folks in Alkebu-lan and Ab.Zu don't know anything. And our folks over here don't want to know anything. They all want access to trinkets and toys. So they participate in, fund, and enable those that are their detriment, the scourge upon them. And we're like, you don't have to do that. We have built a system for you away from that nonsense. You don't have to sell yourself and your babies out to that global Babylon nonsense. They insist. Our folks are mentally lazy and they are mental sloths. We provide you with a way to take care of your copyrights, patents, and trademarks and to establish a business outside of the colonizing hostiles. You don't need their SWIFT system. We took care of all that. And our folks are like lemmings on both sides of the ocean. They follow the Pied Piper right over the edge. They fall into the water and they drown. Join the military because I didn't see any viable options. I'm fighting wars for oil and lithium and for poppy fields. But I got free college, I got my degrees and certifications and blah, 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 blah. We provide them a way to do so much more independent of the colonizing hostiles right now. Don't gotta go through any of that. The National Guard here, there, there. ICE this, ICE that. National Guard is defending what they call federal buildings. Why? Because they are federalized. And they're now protecting federal buildings. That's the argument that's being made. Oh, yep, yeah, this and ice that. Their jurisdiction is where exactly? Oh, um, the corporate United States. The corporation is not a country. Where did you say their jurisdiction is again? The United States, you said? If it existed, being that it's civilly dead and bankrupt, if it existed at all, that would be the alleged Northern Mariana Islands, the alleged American Samoa, the alleged Guam, the alleged Virgin Islands, the alleged Puerto Rico, all caps for all of them. That would be the military bases, the reservations, the post offices, and the federal buildings, and public housing and those on HUD for Section 8. So if you're not in any of what I just said, you're not in the alleged quote-unquote United States. They know most of our kith and kindred don't know that. So they run roughshod over folks. You violating my rights. No, genius. You contracted into the retardedness. You don't know when you contracted your rights away or how you contracted your rights away. If you did, you were aboriginal unto this landmass. But you're not a free inhabitant because you contracted all of that away. And our kith and kindred do this all day, every day. The rend and rest detrimental, non-stop foolishness. And all of it is unnecessary. So again, on this side of the ocean, our folks don't want to know. On the other side, our folks don't know at all. It is painful to watch. Watch is all we can do. They're grown folks. We tell them, but we cannot make them. We show them a way forward. We can't make them take it. We have built a system independent of all that foolishness for the melanated heterosexual all across this planet. We just can't make them use it. But there are those who have stepped forward, which is why we speak 21 different languages and dialects and why we're operational underway on multiple continents right now. Is our scale small? No argument there. Of course it is. Our population is small. However, we are leveling up and we are scaling up. They can close their stores and the foreign venues tomorrow. We're not going to care. Make our own electricity. Take care of our own water treatment. Make our own biodiesel fuel. And we can make electricity independently by other means. Healthcare, we've got that covered. And when they had their lockdowns, they actually did us a favor. They got folks used to being able to train their offspring from home. So the Imperial Learning Agency, we can train our folks all across the planet. We have shrunk the planet using technology. Other folks use what some call social media to work out their mental hygiene issues. We only report the work that we're doing across the planet. And we have the ability to build our own internet. We don't need their worldwide web, their internet, nor their networks. We literally have the ability to build our own. The technology is not new. It's way old. You don't need satellites. You don't need underwater cables. Keep it simple, stupid, really and truly is a thing. The technology is not new. Folks just ignore particular things or they don't extrapolate, don't matriculate, and don't figure out. Actually, we could use this technology to do this. It actually carries digital signal. We can actually use this. With great wisdom comes great misery. We love them. We just can't make them do stuff. We can't compel them. So our work has been slow. Our work has been deliberate. It's been grinding. It takes a long time for folks to unlearn what they have been so used to for decades and for generations. They have a hard time letting go of the colonized and hostiles' boots. They want to continue to kiss them and lick on them. They don't have to do that. They're so used to it, they don't know how to stop. And now they're coming into the era of digital IDs and the social scores. Digital handcuffs and digital chains, because they don't know how to let go of the boots that they're licking and kissing. That's not on anyone else but the party looking them in the mirror, because they decided that they like it. They have decided that they're going to go along to get along. Just leave me alone and let me have access to trinkets and toys. So they will sell their babies and themselves out for access to trinkets and toys they can design and build in the jurisdiction built up by and for them. So no, I have no sympathy for any of them. I have no empathy for any of them. They make choices. They're grown folks. They make their own choices. They gotta live with the consequences of the choices they make. So they have a choice: pretendership or leadership. They have a choice: evolve or go down in flames. Whatever choice they make, we are forced to respect, because they have the right to their opinion and their choices the same way we have the right to our opinions and our choices.